Times now it's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth, straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent Daily Planet, the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. All right. I am down here, as anyone could see. And I tried to block that light with an umbrella and it started breaking out my poster. So I had to stop that. I had to pull the plug. I hope this will help. So I got my list right here. All right, so I have some exciting news to share about my album. My man, Pastor Dave, over there at Sidaris Church, went ahead and didn't buy one. He went ahead and bought 2 albums. Thank you, Pastor Dave, for that. So they're going to have summer worship night at Sidaris Church. That's on 2nd Avenue Northeast. Let me see, 2nd Avenue Northeast. I'll say it's like the 4400 block. So that's from 6 to 8 p.m. this Thursday. So I hope to be there. There's something happening with my daughter's new school, and we just don't know what time. But I think no matter what, because I had one copy with me, so I got to deliver the second one. So I much appreciate that. That was a good conversation. I might spend a good amount of time just discussing. There's so much that came, not actionable items per se, except that purchase is huge for me, I think. But just there's a lot there possibly, but everything's, emotion. So that's all I have to share about that. So with the My Reformation music video, I've shared it 14 times. It's at I think it might have gone up a little higher, but it was at 23 views after 14 shares. I've watched it a couple times, so those are included in there, but I couldn't help myself. I haven't, so far I haven't got incredible feedback. Like people are, I'm not hearing a lot. It's not being shared. It's all, nothing matters. None of that is like, it's just it's all, it is what it is, but it's just like, okay. Cause I really like it, apparently the Trump songs probably has a bigger, more passionate, there's going to be people are more excited about it, a certain segment, whereas this is more, well, I'm just waiting to see, but thus far, it's probably not going to do as well as the Trump song. I will say that. But it should still end up being my second most viewed upload, I guess you could say. Or upload, stream, whatever that I have put out. So that's good. And that's a good thing, of course. So there you go. I don't have much else to say about that right now. You will be glorified. So one thing I will say, maybe this is the time to say it. So having conversations with my daughter about, so our friends moved to Texas, and really, she really enjoyed being with their family at that church we were at down there in Highlands. And without them there, it's not the same for her. And that's a long drive for me. So nothing immediately would happen, me going there in terms of musically, let's say. It's just, I was just trying to work with her and what her wishes were, but her heart's really not in it at this point because she doesn't have any real other connections. She started to make a connection with a girl, but that girl moved to Japan as a high school exchange student. So we're kind of puts us back in not free agent mode, but I just said, well, it's so much easier. We just go to our home church, Faith Bible Church. We go and clean there. And I know you're not thrilled about the ministry for your age, but just let's do that. But again, we're going to see about this Sidaris church. My wife's never going to get enthusiastic about it because they just don't have a Japanese language ministry, and that's just the way it is. So, and they don't have kids my daughter's age, but the girl who helps lead worship, she's new. He recently moved here from Malaysia, but she's got a Filipino background, sings and likes K-pop. So with that, because I asked my daughters, like, what do you prefer? Someone your age, but you don't have anything in common, or someone you have something in common with, but maybe not your age? So she said maybe not her age is okay if they have that common thing. She just loves this. Twice is the group she really loves. And she just can't find, there's a whole fan group out there of apparently 14 million, but she's never personally met any of them. So anyway, someday, right? But when we were at that Katsu Burger last week, they were playing their songs, so she was very excited about that. That was in Factoria. So somebody likes this stuff. She just got to keep plugging away, keep meeting people, and finding out who has that common interest. So meanwhile, what does that mean for the music? It's the beginning of the school year, so timing's good if we're going to say, hey, we're going to be here at this church. That's a good time to make that choice and make that move. So I'm thankful for that. So I prefer to be at Faith Bible Church. We got Leon, the scriptural enthusiast, helping to lead Sunday school there. I want to check that out, be there for that, and just go with the flow. And hopefully she can invite friends. My wife always invites people there. It can work better. But musically speaking, there isn't really anything happening there. So the Sedaris Church, I guess I could stay on that because Pastor Dave has done in his past exactly what I would like to be a part of, which is he uses his sister, who's gone on to be with the Lord, would say she wasn't real overt about her faith, but she would always want people to consider Jesus. So that's kind of their theme. And he had these concerts he called Consider Concerts. And so that was it went off well. I think his first one was at the Showbox. Whoa, and so he traveled. He did ministry work, I guess, was it for 6 months? I don't think it was years, 6 months. And he's met Lecrae even and done merch and he's had a lot of background in this music. But he's not ready to start those up again because, we're getting back into just in-person church. But at some point, and, so I would like to stay connected with him, of course, because that's exactly what I would like. Because if I had known him then, I would love to figure out a way to be a part of that concert, and he said what I think exactly, and that is laying the groundwork for witnessing to people is, and you can do that really well through music. So, and I don't know what acts he had at these. I should have maybe asked, but I don't necessarily know that they were straight worship music. It could have been, but maybe Christian musicians who do different types of music, let's say, because that, or maybe secular and sacred, possibly something like that. That's exactly what I would be wanting to be a part of. I don't want to be exactly the person organizing it and doing all that. I'd like to be a part of something like that. That would be so exciting. But he just can't take that on right now because when he was doing that, that's what he was doing on the side of his job. And then now he's started a church. He can't manage the church and try to manage that at this point, but he can start thinking about it. So that's exciting. And in his congregation, he has Jordan's his name, and he's got a group. Maybe it's him leading the way big time, but Kramer it's called. Dave shared with me that because I saw his one song he posted is a cover of "You're Too Good to Be True." That song, Can't Take My Eyes Off You. That had close to 1 million views, but then somebody in the UK, a high schooler in the UK, heard that song, and I'm getting close to it. I might talk about it. I might skip. Let me come back because it's going to come up again. All right, let me come back. But that person's, it could be a good person to know. Let me get back to that. YouTube channel. I'll just stop there. There's nothing more to report on that. YouTube channel. All right. Joseph, maybe he's checking it out. How you doing? If you are, if not, it's all good. At some point, but we're trying to get together. And he did say Sundays, and I forgot about that. So my work schedule's changing. It's official. I'm going to become a janitor at the post office. So that's a pay cut, but it's supposed to be better in terms of lifestyle, just, more downtime. And so I think I'm going to sign up for 60 hours a week, but I don't think that's how much work I have to put in. So that I just have to keep you posted. But that does impact things like this because Joseph wants to help me with my social media, which I'll be very happy with. And there's another person I talked to who seems willing to help me with that too. So I just got to get, further down the list on it there. But I'm ready to do what I can, better. We're just going to see. So my training's going to be from the 12th to the 16th, and I'm going to be working out Wedgwood and Wedgwood and University. And so those will be my headquarters. So I got to say, from what I was told, they look at your attendance and if you had any disciplinary situations. And that disciplinary thing, I wasn't sure because, at Wallingford, we had just a lot of issues and everyone's kind of disciplined under that thing. But in general, I'm showing up every day. And sometimes it seems like, why are you doing that? Why don't you call in sick like so many others? But maybe that worked to my favor in getting this custodian job. So I am thankful for that. It's just never been my thing to not show up. Never thought to not show up. I always went to class, never thought to not go to class. I always went to practice, never thought not to. I don't know why. I just never knew that was an option. Never thought to not do it. So I just would go. So that's what I do for work. So possibly that's what they looked at, and hopefully that made a difference because I really had to make a choice and I chose it, and I just pray and hope that it's a good choice. I feel like it's a calculated risk for the positive. So like I said, it's a pay cut, which was hard to even figure that out. But in the end, it could be a benefit. I can work maybe more hours than I could as a carrier because I'm really not working as hard. So therefore I can take on more hours and I can kind of balance out that income. As far as the channel, I don't have anything really to say about that right now. Just keep plugging away. I was just showing my daughter the analytics. She's looking into that. She really likes YouTube, her K-pop people, and she's learning about that. And she's just saying, well, your subscribers to views from percentage of subscribers. So that's cool that she's learning some of these things. All that was, anyway, it's not really too important, I didn't think, but I just, only thing I'll say is it looks like my viewership took a slight dip after the whole, they nixed my one show, and that's not cool, but because going to have to build it back. Because my wife's asking, what's going on with you had that conversation with mine and she helped you. And I'm like, well, I really appreciate what she said, that I was getting a decent amount of traction there, people viewing. So I really don't want to change too much. I don't have time to put the kind of time in that she would take to make a video. I just can't do it. So I'm just going to keep plugging away like this. And like I said, I had that ring light. I mean, I saw my man in Portland today with the real eye issues. I should have maybe double checked his eyewear. I should have asked him how he does with a ring light. I didn't think to do that. Does he use one? I know he's got special eyewear, but anyhow. So that puts us there. Rules of engagement. So what I was saying with that fellow Jordan, he, a high schooler in the UK, found his song and did a remix of it somehow and posted it on Spotify and got it up to 44 million views. And he had not asked any permission. And so who made the deal? Jordan was, according to Dave, was contacted, and there was like some kind of maybe 50-50 split of the royalties between Jordan and the maybe Spotify or somebody, whoever was making, bringing in all the views or the streams or whatever. So he's involved, and so the other kids left out totally. The only reason it never happened was because of him, and he's not involved. And I don't know what to think about that exactly, except to say, well, he could use it for his resume. It's just a one-off. I mean, because even from what I can tell, I look at Jordan's YouTube, I don't see other things, and that's how it works sometimes, right? I mean, how do you follow it up? How do you keep people coming back? So, but it's interesting. So what I would say is, I hope to have the opportunity to talk to him about, learn about copyright, the rules. How do you, like, if the high schooler, how could he have found Jordan to ask his permission? How would that even, that'd be a hard thing way over there. So anyway, interesting situation. And then did that put him over the top financially? Like, is he set for life because it's 44 million views and I don't know, or plays, 44 million streams or whatever. So I don't know. And maybe that's not something someone's like, oh yeah, let me just tell you exactly how much money I made. I don't know if that would happen. Just I've never met him, but if he wants to share, and I could share, because I mean, a lot of these things are like, yeah, you can start to monetize YouTube when you're at 4,000 hours a year and 1,000 subscribers. Okay, monetize meaning what? 10 cents a year, $100. I mean, what is monetize? How much? So Bellevue Ballers, where I was today. So I don't have too much to say about that. Just keep working at it. All these job changes are directly related to that, though, because like my whole goals were I might have already said, can't work past 8. Really, I don't want to work past 7, and I want to work 5 days a week only, not 6. I mean, this new station is much better. I got off at 4 one day last week, which never would happen before. But they want me to work my day off, and they want me to work Sunday, and all this stuff. And I don't even want to be asked. So with this new position, I'll have so hard for me to even say. I start to say Friday and Saturday and Sunday off. It's so hard. Like the words they don't flow out of my mouth because it's never happened in my life, really, my adult life. I can't think of a time where I ever just had Saturday and Sunday off. Now, of course, we're cleaning the church. Usually clean it on Sunday, but I could clean it during the week, so I could just legitimately have Saturday and Sunday off. I just don't think I've ever had that in my life. I can get 60 hours during Monday through Friday. That's incredible. All right. Let's show this off. Oh, let me say also, Dave was mentioning something else. So he worked doing merch and doing all this. He helped. He's not a music person. That's why I also appreciated about him is that he loves music. He's passionate about music, but he's not a musician. But he's able to be a part of it in terms of organizing or supporting or whatever, and so then you got to experience all of that. It's really cool, because I'm not a musician. I don't have an instrument, I say I'm a vocalist, lyricist, and songwriter, and all that. So he's not even that, it doesn't sound like, but he was just saying, how the splits go, but he met Lecrae, he said, and Lecrae paid him out. It's an interesting story, all that's good. Just the experience. I like to have somebody that I can ask questions to and start, in a direct. I know that's exactly what I'd like to do. So I'm going to stay in touch with anybody who wants to know. I might try to, maybe we could consider concerts or whatever. I might have to put that as something up here. Just as, like I said, I want to just get to know him. I'm totally welcome to his church. He'd love to have our whole family. I just don't necessarily see that, but I sure would like to be around it. And I got different ministry ideas. They're so close to Dick's Hamburgers. why not dine on Dick's Hamburgers in their fellowship eating area in the cold of the winter? I mean, you could probably set that up on a Friday night or whenever people want to get out of the cold and come in for fellowship and maybe music, whatever you want to do. It's really cool. I mean, they're on the same block as Dick's, and then we got Brandon over there as a manager who's Richard's son. He's not really going to church these days, but maybe it's an opportunity to get a little reconnected. And so that would be cool. I just see so much there, but we'll just see. I get excited about that stuff. I like it whenever you can help make things happen. That's cool. Before I forget, I did talk to Alex and I hadn't heard from him. He asked me, would I be interested or willing or whatever to make a song for a movie he's doing with a friend? My answer is, of course, yes, definitely. And I want to, it's text, so I got to make sure I sound enthusiastic and whatever. So I just said, let me know what you want to do. We'll make it happen, So that's great because it's not me doing all this stuff. It's me just showing up or however I can help their project. I like that, So I wanted to share that. As far as the merch, there's nothing to talk about there this week. I did go deliver mail on my old route this week. That was an experience. First time since probably November. A lot of people to talk to and catch up with. But that's good, but it really is hard to do in a decent time. But I did go to the mower shop and see Otter and Gary, but they were super busy. My display needs to get some improvement. It's not really noticeable, but that's okay. It's just nice to see them. And I need to bring my new shirt that way. So Trump's going to thump number 8. Nothing to share there. And then complete songs I made lyrics for on YouTube. So who knows what this movie, what song Alex has in mind. Like I said, so let's look at my timeline. From the 12th to the 16th, I'll be in training somewhere, but as early as that following Monday, I could be working at the Wedgwood Post Office, possibly the following week. So that's when I probably try to say, what's up, Alex, at Safeway there, possibly, during the break, let's say, and just catch up with him while he's working. So we don't get too carried away, but we can get into it a little bit. He could take a break. So that would be my strategy there. I don't have much else to add. I will say I only did that little mask. It didn't come out very clear, but I just wanted to do it. I didn't have anything else in mind for a thumbnail this week. I saw somebody who was delivering mail in the International District, and she said I walked right by her and didn't really say anything. And I was thinking, well, gosh, you and virtually so many other people all wearing masks around here. I can't tell who's who. So it's like, well, maybe if everyone put a hello, my name is on your mask, I'd say hello to you. I was just kind of joking. I was just kind of crazy to me, It's like, yeah, it's hard for me to recognize people without a mask. If they have a mask, am I supposed to recognize that? I'm going to have another song coming up. I was talking to Leon about a little bit about guns in Australia, and if it's what I was hearing from my man, what's her name? There's a woman, something Z or something. She's in Australia, but she said Australia's ground zero, the forefront for the grand experiment of the people who want to run people's lives. So they don't have guns there, though. That's one thing to definitely keep in mind. I mean, if you want to push people around, what are they going to do? They don't have guns, So people in America have kind of got that figured out. Not everyone, but, if you want to complain about guns, because we're talking about that basketball coach from Golden State wants to complain about guns in America. Maybe his dad, I don't know the background. His dad got killed. Go to Australia, man. You can not have to worry about guns as much. You won't be able to have one, and then be ready to be told what to do, though. You're not going to be able to do anything. So that's all I'll say. All right. So I'm gonna write some raps. Okay, and so this song's coming along. Eye of the Storm. See what I got. I have a plan for this song, and like I said, I've come up with a couple more songs. I've probably forgotten a couple of them too because I just can't keep up. The way I have this, I'm gonna probably rewrite it again. I don't know how else to do it. Here, all right. So I'll just recite what I have, and then I'll rewrite the hook. Then I'll do a third verse, quick third verse. I hope to get that done, and then, like I said, I'm gonna do some kind of bridge. So that's my goal here. And maybe I won't get to it, but I got to start playing with that. All right, so Eye of the Storm is the name of the song. You begin the Eye of the Storm. If you got it going on, the people will swarm if the message is strong. Eye of the Storm is the name of the song. Eye of the Storm is you feeling this song. I got a feeling that strong that I'll be the Eye of the Storm. Why would that be I? Am I that type of guy? Formed in the distance up in the sky. Fell in your lap. You hear me right? Trying to ignore the Eye of the Storm. Sorry. Eye of the Storm is the name of the song. You be in the eye of the storm if you got it going on. People will swarm if the message is strong. Eye of the Storm is the name of the song. Eye of the Storm is you feeling this song. I got a feeling that strong. I be the Eye of the Storm. It's formed and it's here. Oh my gosh, I spelled that wrong. Making a path, making the coast clear. Places are shuttered. Folks holding tight. They're staying in place, saying their prayers tonight because they forewarned about the Eye of the Storm. Eye of the Storm is the name of the song. You be the Eye of the Storm if you got it going on. People will swarm if the message is strong. Eye of the Storm is the name of the song. Eye of the Storm is feeling this song. I got a feeling that strong. That'll be the Eye of the Storm. All right, so that's the hook. We're into the third verse. Spelled that wrong. Man, that's a bad pen. That's all I got. Okay. The Storm is. I don't think I should need to write that out again. It's written out. All right. So what do I got to do? I got to say the third verse. So. Gosh, I'd like to write it out. It's going to take up all my time if I do that. I'm going to do it. Sorry. So, Eye of the Storm. Just feels like too bare of a page if I don't have it. This is the name of the song. You be in the eye of the storm if you got it going on. If you got it going on. Going on. The people will swarm if the message is strong. If the message is strong. The storm is the name. I didn't write that there. The Storm is the name of the song. The song. All right. The Storm is, you feeling this song? I'm about out of time. That I be I got a feeling that strong. I got a feeling that strong that we're out of time. But I'll catch you next week when I get back to the rhymes. Oh man, what's going on? Oh.